seniors being honored before the start of the game. Two heavy hitters in Sevi Vecchiola and Noah Lyon, and also Jack Johns, who really pitched well in relief last night. In fact, there was a point there when he came in. I think he had 5 straight strikeouts.
Jack was incredible last night. He comes in for a few games this year for us, and he's just solid as a relief pitcher when he comes in. The plan was hopefully to start him today, but, we have to get the wins when we come. As it comes, we were trying to win the game last night, so we brought in our best option, and he did. He pitched great. He had him off balance. He had a very good velocity, and his breaking ball was outstanding last night. I was very proud for him, and I felt bad for him. Obviously, my heart broke for him there at the end. But, he gave us all he had, and I could never question the effort.
And I assume he's not available today going over 25 pitches last night?
No, he's not available today. I think he had like 47 or something like that.
Are you guys going with Romario Morgan?
Yeah, Romario will start. Hopefully he can give us all he got, and then it's a bullpen decision of young guys. Well, Romario's young too, but I don't look at him as young because he's played every game in varsity, but he's also a freshman, don't forget. But, behind him is probably going to be a list of young guys that we're going to choose from.
Coach, appreciate it as always. See you at the ballpark today.
Hey, Brian, thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach. I'll see you. Bye. That's Laurel Highlands head coach Mike Smith joining us here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Laurel Highlands hosting Uniontown. The Mustangs trying to keep their playoff hopes alive here this afternoon. And we'll set the batting lineup for Uniontown and the defense for Laurel Highlands in just a moment.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
hi, come on in. How are you?
For personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,944.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. If you were injured in an accident, don't know where to turn, and want to know what your rights are, we'd be happy to meet with you. We're local and have helped hundreds of people here in Fayette County recover in accident cases. Most importantly, we pride ourselves on being able to locate coverage or find claims that other attorneys may have missed. Call us about your case at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Brian Morozak back here at Landman Field, Laurel Highlands High School. Uniontown to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Let's take a look at their lineup. Leading off in left field, number 10, Ethan White. Batting second, the third baseman, number 24, Chandler Myers. Batting third and pitching, number 26, Elam Martin. In the cleanup spot and playing shortstop, number 3, Shane Kelly. Batting 5th in right field, number 12, Lane Smiley. Batting 6th in center field, number 23, Braden Hinsey. Batting 7th and playing first base, number 2, Luke Gresh. Batting 8th, the second baseman, Dom Petrovich. And batting 9th, the designated hitter, number 6, Adam Kramer. Defensively for Laurel Highlands, they'll have Nick Crouch out in left, Aiden Milsom in center, and Jack Johns in right. Around the horn, Andrew Irwin playing third, Noah Lyon playing short, Andrew Gallix playing second, and Sebi Vecchiola playing first. Braylon Shoke catching for the Mustangs, and Ramari Morgan is the Mustang pitcher. We're going to pause for the national anthem and be back with the first pitch. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands High School baseball here on WMBS.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Why move? Grow into the home you love and transform your space with First Federal of Greene County. They offer home equity loans, home equity lines of credit, and FHA Title I home improvement loans, all to keep your roots planted where you want to be. Visit a loan officer today or lock in your rate before the market heats up and apply online anytime at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766. It's just
that easy.
High school baseball, Laurel Highlands hosting Uniontown. Again, the Red Raiders knocking off the Mustangs yesterday by a score of 6-5. I'm Brian Morozak. Carl Childs behind the camera. Gary Frankhauser is going to be joining me later on this afternoon as well for the Mustangs and the Red Raiders. And as we told you at the top of our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, despite the loss last night, Laurel Highlands still mathematically alive for a playoff spot, even though the Mustangs enter play today at 2-7. They pick up a win over Uniontown and sweep Ringgold next week. They'd actually get in to the playoffs as the number 4 seed out of the conference, with Ringgold sitting right now at 5-5. The Rams off this week as far as playing any conference games. Yesterday, Bell Vernon knocked off Albert Gallatin in 5 innings, 16-4. And Elizabeth Forward downed West Mifflin 3-1. It was the Titans' first conference loss of the season. So both Elizabeth Forward and West Mifflin sitting atop the conference. They'll play game 2 of their series today as well at Elizabeth Forward High School. Freshman Ramari Morgan starting today for the Mustangs. He's 1-1 on the season, 2.72 ERA. This is his 7th appearance, 3rd start. He's worked 18 innings, given up 15 hits, 12 runs, 7 of them earned, struck out 15 and walked 14 so far this season. And for Uniontown, it'll be Ethan White, Chandler Myers, and Elam Martin here in the top half of the first inning. The Mustangs in the home whites, blue numbers and red trim. Uniontown in the away maroons, white numbers and gray pants. The Red Raider dugout off on the far side, the Mustang dugout here on the near side. As Ethan White steps in here for Uniontown, facing the lefty freshman Ramari Morgan, and Morgan's first pitch to White is low for ball 1. So the count at 1-0. White batting .205 on the season, no homers and 7 RBIs for the Red Raiders junior left fielder. Morgan will wind and fire the 1-0 fastball called strike, and the count now even at 1-1. Jason Taylor to my left up here in the press box as well, the public address announcer here tonight, also running the scoreboard. Now showing bunt, pulling back there is White. The pitch misses, and as the count moves to 2-1, we saw a lot of that from Uniontown yesterday as well. Players showing bunt, pulling back, maybe just trying to force a ball or an extra pitch there from Morgan. We did see 1 or 2 times they actually did square away. The 2-1 again misses high there from Morgan to White to take the count now to 3-1. Again, Uniontown's final conference series will be next week against Elizabeth Forward. Mustangs will wrap up the conference against Ringgold as the 3-1 is high for ball 4, and White starts out the game with a leadoff walk here for Uniontown. White was in the number 2 position yesterday behind Lane Smiley, but leading off here this afternoon. And now Chandler Myers coming to the plate, the junior third baseman, batting .326. He's had a nice season with 4 RBIs so far this year. Myers, a big guy. First pitch there from Morgan, high and inside for ball 1. Morgan picked up the win against Albert Gallatin 2 weeks ago in his first varsity start, but got roughed up here early on last Tuesday against West Mifflin. Now the 1-0, Myers fouls it back to even up the count at 1-1. Elam Martin opposing Ramari Morgan here this afternoon for Uniontown. Red Raiders also mathematically alive for a playoff spot as well, but they'll certainly have a tougher matchup next week, playing 2 games against Elizabeth Forward, a team that's ranked not only in the WPIAL but in the state of Pennsylvania as well. We mentioned EF's win over Elizabeth Forward, or EF's win over West Mifflin yesterday, as those 2 teams now tied atop the conference. As Morgan checks White here over at first. White about a 2-step lead off first. Fastball there for Morgan. Finds the strike zone to Chandler Myers to take the count to 1-2. Nobody out, just underway. Ethan White on first for Uniontown in a scoreless game here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. It'll throw over to first, and once again back safely is Ethan White. The sun actually out. We had some rain showers at a moderate rate around 2:45 or so this afternoon, but they kept the field in great shape. 1-2 pitch. This one hit high in the air into right. Johns moving over to the line in foul territory and makes the catch, tagging down to second, and getting into second safely there is Ethan White. So Chandler Myers flies out for the first down of this top half of the first inning. And a great job out there in right field from Jack Johns, who did a great job in relief yesterday, pitching for the Mustangs as well. In fact, came into the game replacing Nick Crouch and struck out the first 5 Red Raiders that he faced in that contest. But as Mike Smith told us, Laurel Highlands head coach, during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, he threw 46 pitches yesterday, so unavailable here this afternoon against Uniontown. Elam Martin now steps in. First pitch low from Morgan in the dirt. Good block there from the catcher Braylon Choke, and the count at 1-0 as White remains on second base there for Uniontown. Morgan now out of the stretch. 1-0 pitch here to Martin, and Martin hits a line drive up the middle into center field. Aiden Milsom is there with the relay coming in, and sliding headfirst into home safely is Ethan White, scoring the game's first run. So an RBI single to center for Elam Martin. Martin now 12 RBIs on the season for Uniontown, and the Red Raiders strike first here in the top half of the first inning, leading 1-0. And now Shane Kelly, the senior shortstop, coming to bat here for Uniontown. Kelly batting .231 with a home run and 7 RBIs as Braylon Show comes out and has a little chat here with Ramari Morgan, with Uniontown getting an early run with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. And now the home plate umpire coming out to break up that little meeting. You have a couple of young guys there. The catcher, Shoke, only a sophomore, and the pitcher, Morgan, even though it doesn't look like it, only a freshman for Laurel Highlands. And if the Mustangs have to go to the bullpen here this afternoon as well, you'll likely see some young guys out of the pen for the Mustangs here this afternoon. As a nice breaking ball there for Morgan finds the strike zone to Shane Kelly. Mentioned Kelly batting .231, 1 home run and 7 RBIs, senior shortstop. 0-1 count now. Morgan to Kelly, and a throw over to first. And back safely there is Elam Martin. Mustangs had a play from behind yesterday against Uniontown as well. The next pitch is high. Make the count even now to 1-1. Uniontown jumped down to a 2-0 lead. Mustangs rallied back, tied the game at 2. Uniontown was able to jump ahead again at 5-2. Laurel Highlands scored 3 in the top of the 6th, made it 5-5. And Uniontown winning on that walk-off walk as a breaking ball there for Morgan misses the strike zone to Shane Kelly to take the count to 2-1. It was Don Petrovich with the walk-off walk for Uniontown with the bases loaded in that bottom of the 7th inning. 2-1 pitch, fastball, and that one just nubbed, but it's a fair ball. Shoke's going to play it. Tough throw over to first, goes wide of Vecchiola, and look out here as that ball goes into right field. Down to third goes Elam Martin. Staying at first will be Shane Kelly. Jason, how you scoring that one? Jason's going to say E2 on the wide throw. So Uniontown now runners on the corners. Red Raiders still up 1-0, looking for more here in the top of the first with Lane Smiley, who led off yesterday, batting 5th here today, coming to the plate. He has a .233 average, junior right fielder with 7 RBIs so far this season. As Morgan gets a fresh baseball here for Laurel Highlands. Smiley batting from the left side, so lefty versus lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is high and outside for ball 1. And they count at 1-0. Mustangs off the rest of this week. They won't play again until Monday's game, which will be a 4:30 start down at Ringgold. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, and chasing after that one was Smiley. Swing and a miss to even up the count at 1-1. Braden Hinsey due up behind Smiley in the Uniontown batting lineup. And now Morgan with the 1-1 here to Smiley. Smiley fouls it off to take the count now to 1-2. Gonna have to thank our video stream sponsors here today. Mike Kelly, Toyota of Uniontown, attorney Vincent Teaberry, First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County, and Bright Stripe seal coating and line striping. Another breaking ball low and inside, runner going, and down to second safely is Shane Kelly. Uniontown hoping to get maybe a wide throw there and allow Martin to possibly score on the play. Counts now at 2-2, and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Morgan gets his first strikeout of the game and produces the second out here in the top of the first inning. 16 strikeouts now on the season for Ramari Morgan. And Braden Hinsey will be the 6th Red Raider to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Hinsey, the junior center fielder, batting .216 with 6 RBIs, and swings at the first pitch, sends this one into right center, and it'll drop right in between Aiden Milsom and Jack Johns. That'll score a pair of runs for Uniontown, and the tag at second not in time. So a 2 RBI double for Braden Hinsey in the right center field gap. That scores Elam Martin and Shane Kelly to make it 3-0 Uniontown here in the top half of the first inning. Now 8 RBIs on the season for Braden Hinsey, and now Luke Gresh will be the 7th Red Raider to bat here in the top of the first. Morgan looked back at second. First pitch here to Gresh. Line drive, and that's through on the right side. Rounding third on his way to the plate here is Hinsey. Relay coming in, not in time. It's 4-0 Uniontown with a throw getting behind Shoke. Gresh goes into second safely, and it's now 4-0 Red Raiders. So give Gresh an RBI on that hit into right field. Gresh now 5 RBIs on the season.
Now up for the Raiders. Second baseman, number 14, Dom Petrovic.
Dom Petrovic now coming to the plate. Petrovic, the freshman second baseman, looking for his first hit of the season and just a handful of plate appearances. Was the hero of the night last night, though, for Uniontown, drawing the walk-off walk in the bottom of the 7th. And that game, if you weren't with us last night over at Bailey Park, played in horrible conditions with the wind, about as windy as I've seen it for a high school baseball game. Carl and I were actually outside on the little catwalk out there of the press box, and we were holding on for dear life. The wind was also blowing up a lot of the dirt in the infield, not only making it tough for us, but making it tough for the batters and the infielders as well throughout the course of the game. Morgan's first pitcher to Petrovic, in for a strike, 0-1. Dom, the 8th Red Raider to bat here in this top of the first inning. As Uniontown looks for more, already up 4-0. Breaking ball, misses there, low and outside. Take the count to 1-1. And again, Laurel Highlands head coach Mike Smith, not too many long-term pitching options in relief tonight. Said if he has to replace Morgan, it's going to be with another young guy as well. And this ball from Petrovic hitting to right field. That's his first hit of the season. And he's going to pick up another RBI as well to make it 5-0 Red Raiders. As coming around to score there is Luke Gresh. So Uniontown getting to Morgan here in this top of the first inning. And head coach Mike Smith's going to make his way out. And we'll see if Morgan can survive the first. He picked up the win 2 weeks ago against Albert Gallatin, but was pulled early on last Tuesday against West Mifflin in a similar situation where the Titans jumped on the Mustangs early. Morgan's going to stay in the game for now, but Adam Kramer, the Uniontown designated hitter now, will come to the plate. The junior batting .250 on the season.
Number 6, Adam Kramer.
Have to say hello again to our buddy Ed Walensky from Sandy Howe Notary Services, checking in on our live stream this afternoon as Kramer takes the first pitch high for ball 1. You look at Uniontown here in this top of the first. White walked, Myers flew out, RBI single for Martin, Kelly on Viennaire. Smiley struck out as Morgan checks Petrovic here. Braden Hinsey, the 2 RBI double. Gresh an RBI single. Petrovic an RBI single. That's where we're sitting right now at 5-0 Uniontown over Laurel Highlands. It's a 2-0 count now to Adam Kramer. Pitch on the way. Kramer swing and a miss. Takes us to 2-1. Michael Smith, another freshman for Laurel Highlands, warming up right now. That pitch high to Adam Kramer. Takes the count now to 3-1. You'd have to think if Morgan walks Kramer here, we'll see Smith pitching. Morgan's 3-1 is low for ball 4. And I would guess that might be it for Amari Morgan. Runners now on first and second, and now Ethan White will bat for the second time here in this top of the first inning. And Morgan's going to remain in the game for now. White walked and scored a run to start the inning. 2 on, 2 outs, but 5 already across here for Uniontown. That one in the dirt for Morgan. Runners advance. Petrovic down to third and Kramer into second. The freshman who looked so good on the mound here 2 weeks ago against Albert Gallatin. Just struggling here this afternoon against Uniontown, but sometimes those outings happen, especially to a young pitcher. That pitch low to White to take the count to 2-0. The Mustangs will certainly have to get their bats going here today in an early hole. 2-0 pitch on the way, finds the strike zone, moves the count now to 2-1. White came into the game with a 2.05 average. Still sits at 2.05 after that walk earlier on this inning. Swings and misses there at the 2-1 to take the count now to 2-2. And 2 outs here in the inning. Laurel Highlands is trying to get out of the first. 2-2 on the way, and this ball line drive, but hit right to Noah Lyon, the Mustang shortstop, who makes the catch to end the inning. So the Red Raiders send 10 to the plate here in the top of the first inning, score 5 runs, and lead Laurel Highlands 5-0. Mustangs coming to bat here in the bottom of the first when we come back here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
That sounds good with Henry Stewart Audiology.
This is Dr. James Stewart. I know that many of you have enjoyed hearing what amounted to pure nonsense from my kids for the past few years and wondered if I even existed. Well, I do. And we at Henry and Stewart Audiology have been serving the Uniontown and surrounding communities since 1974. And better still, I've been utilizing my kids for free labor for like 3 years. Well, we do indeed have 3 locations, Uniontown, Connellsville, and Carmichael's, and strive to give our patients the very best care. What? Did I miss something?
Don't forget our phone number, which is 724-439-4380.
Cares, you are just terrible.
Oh, Daddy.
That sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering UPA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Back here at Landman Field, Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs coming to bat with a lot of work to do. Down 5-0. Let's set their lineup. Leading off in left field, number 4, Nick Crouch, batting second. The sophomore catcher, Braylon Shoke. Noah Lyon, the senior shortstop, batting third. Sevi Vecchiola, the senior first baseman, batting fourth. Ramari Morgan batting fifth. Aiden Milsom batting sixth. Andrew Gallick batting seventh. Jack Johns batting eighth. And Andrew Irwin batting ninth for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. We'll set the Uniontown defense for you in just a moment as well. Elam Martin pitching here for the Red Raiders. First pitch with Crouch showing bunt. Bunted foul. I'll take the count to 0-1. Defensively for Uniontown, they'll have Ethan White in left, Braden Hinsey in center, and Lane Smiley in right. Around the horn, Chandler Myers playing third. Shane Kelly playing short, Dom Petrovic playing second, and Luke Gresh playing first. As the 0-1 pitch, all right, check first base and say that Crouch did not go. So leave up the count at 1-1. Crouch coming into the game with a .297 average, no homers and 2 RBIs. And Connor Hebda catching for the Mustangs. That pitch low and outside, taking the count now to 2-1. Martin stats for the season, 1-2 record. This is his 5th appearance. 3.00 ERAs, worked 19 1/3 innings, giving up 23 hits, 18 runs, but only 11 of them earned. Struck out 21 and walked 11 so far this season as he finds the strike zone here again to Nick Crouch to even up the count at 2-2. And if you're just joining us, Uniontown sent 10 to the plate, scored 5 runs in the top of the first. There's a 2-2. Might have got away there from Martin high and inside, and we're full at 3-2. Gary Frankhauser's with me as well here this afternoon. And Gary, you missed the top of the first inning where Uniontown really got the bats going as Nick Crouch here sends this one foul on the left side.
I heard the ending of it on the radio, so not surprising. They were hitting the ball pretty well last night also.
The Mustangs certainly a lot of work to do. Trying to get back into this game after a tough 6-5 loss last night. Now down 5-0 early on, and the 3-2 pitch hits Nick Crouch in the back, and that'll help the cause for the Mustangs. Lucky for Nick there, Gary, it was a breaking ball.
That's for sure.
And now Braylon Shoke will come to the plate, the sophomore batting .278 with 5 RBIs. Shoke's done a nice job behind the plate all season long for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs looking for an answer here in the bottom half of the first inning. A little check of the runner, and that throw goes wide, and an opportunity here for Crouch to get down to second base, and he does just that. And they're still waiting to retrieve the ball and finally got it out of the corner. And Gary, when we went off the air last night, we actually thought the Mustangs were eliminated from playoff contention, but they can still get in. They're 3 games back of Ringgold for the final playoff spot in the conference. Again, the Rams don't play this week. So if Laurel Highlands could rally back here against Uniontown and then sweep Ringgold next week, they would get into the playoffs as the 4th and final team out of the section.
Well, a lot of work to do here today, though.
Down 5-0 as that pitch for Martin low to Shoke to take the count to 1-0. Shoke, the sophomore catcher, batting .278 with 5 RBIs so far this season. And now Martin ready with the 1-0. This ball chopped on the left side and through here for Laurel Highlands. Nick Crouch, with nobody out in the inning, will hold at third.
Yeah, probably could
have
have
made it. And now that throw's going to get away there. That'll allow Shoke to get down to second.
Probably a smart move to hold him at third.
I agree.
But as the throw turned out, he would have been able to score. But with nobody out, you don't want to make that first out at home plate.
It looked like Kelly had a tough time just picking that one up there, Gary, over at shortstop.
Actually, that went by the third baseman real fast.
Yeah, kind of in between them.
Yes.
We'll give Shoke a hit.
No doubt.
Now Noah Lyon coming to the plate. Shoke again moving down to second off the throw. First pitch here to Lyon, swing and a miss. Count at 0-1. Surprised to see Gresh charging in from first there, Gary. I have to think Lyon's going to be swinging away with the Mustangs down 5-0.
He's still in on the grass.
Yeah. Next pitch on the way.
Ooh, just outside.
There to Lyon, just off the plate. Even if the count at 1-1. Lyons average up to .429, a homer and 10 RBIs. Really has been hitting the ball well as of late for the Mustangs.
He's had a great career.
Yes. This ball just sent foul on the left side. Just unfortunate for him, the football injury, Gary, in the fall didn't allow him to pitch this season for the Mustangs, or Laurel Highlands would certainly have a lot more pitching depth this year.
You're exactly right about that. He showed last year that he's a quality pitcher, and the Mustangs do miss that arm.
Counts at 1-2. Pitch on the way. Golf foul again by Lyon. Count remains at 1-2. Sebi Vecchiola due up next, one of 3 Mustang seniors honored before the start of the game. Along with Jack Johns, who again pitched so well last night. And of course, Noah Lyon, one of those seniors as well, as Lyon hits this one hard and through on the left side. That should score 2 Mustangs. Throw coming in. It'll be cut off, and they'll throw back to first, and Lyon back on the bag. But both Crouch and Shoke score. So Lyon picks up RBIs 11 and 12 on the season. And Gary, the Mustangs right back in this game. It's 5-2 with nobody out here in the bottom of the first.
We could be in for a slugfest here.
Yes. The way this one started. Now Sebi Vecchiola coming to the plate. Might be testing out the batteries on the scoreboard controller this afternoon. Jason Taylor tells me they brought spare batteries. He was ready for the occasion. Sevi Vecchiola now will take the first pitch for ball one from Elam Martin. So now Uniontown kind of in a similar position as the Mustangs were in the top of the first, just trying to figure out a way to get defensive outs. 1-0 here now for Martin to Vecchiola. And that pitch right down the pipe for a strike. A little delayed call from the home plate umpire evens up the count at 1-1. 7 runs total already scored in this first inning. Mustangs looking for more. 1-1 pitch, and Vecchiola hits this one hard right up the middle. Nice little snag there from the shortstop, and a play is going to be made there from Shane Kelly over to Luke Gresh to retire Sevi Vecchiola 6-3. That was not easy as Lyon gets down to second base.
That was impressive. Went to his knees up the middle, got the ball. Thought he might have had to play at second, but decided to throw the long throw to first and just getting Vecchiola, who has good speed, down at first base.
Yeah, by maybe a half a step. Now Ramari Morgan at the plate. The lefty batting .286, 2 homers, 14 RBIs, trying to help his own cause. Taking the first pitch outside for ball one from Elam Martin.
Just one out in the inning.
Yeah, still a lot of room here for the Mustangs. Morgan, the 5th Mustang to bat. Take that pitch low as the count moves to 2-0. And the Mustangs trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, trying to rally back here against Uniontown early. And Morgan a swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on him. I'll check that 1 strike on him. Count at 1-1. Now Morgan digging back in here on the left side. Martin's 1-1, and Morgan hits this one high in the air on the left side. To shallow left, that ball's going to drop in for a Mustang hit. Throw comes into second, so that'll score Noah Lyon. And the Mustangs now back to within 2. It's 5-3 as Ramari Morgan picks up his 15th RBI of the season. That single into left field. And you have to wonder, Gary, are those guys having trouble picking up the ball there on the left side? We've seen a couple of those just with some delayed reactions out there.
It's quite possible. It's sun is out, but
now Aiden Milsom at the plate takes the first pitch inside for ball one.
I believe it's just a situation where they're just got eyes.
Yeah. We saw a lot of those hits yesterday on the Uniontown side, and now the Mustangs hoping to get some position in the right place here at home against the Red Raiders, as Milsom, who came into the game with a .267 average and 6 RBIs, junior center fielder, facing a 1-1 count with 1 out here in the inning, and Milsom went chasing to that one. Might have nipped it a little bit to take the count to 1-2. So Ramari Morgan now at first. 3 already across for the Mustangs here in the bottom of the first. A swing and a miss, and down goes Aiden Milsom. That pitch was a little high as well. First strikeout of the game for Elam Martin. And now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning with Andrew Gallick coming to the plate. The junior second baseman batting .120 with an RBI so far this season. Gallick will swing at the first pitch and send this one foul, counted 0-1. And Gallick might be one of the relief pitchers we see for the Mustangs this afternoon as well.
I don't think there's any question that it's going to be a bullpen effort.
Next pitch on the way, a little low, and Uniontown might be facing the same dilemma there, Gary.
Anytime there's back-to-back games in high school, you're pretty much faced with that.
That's what the WPIAL has kind of mandated here over the last couple of years. The way they've scheduled these series. Got now 2-1. I like it, too. It certainly tests the depth of these programs. You can't let one team just maybe use a pitcher in 9 or 10 of the 12 conference games, depending on the way the schedule falls. Count now 3-1. Gallick, the 7th Mustang to bat here in the bottom of the first.
And Hebda doing another great job back there behind the plate, and give that guy a lot of credit.
Made some great plays yesterday against the Mustangs as Gallick takes that one inside.
Hit by pitch, I think.
It would have been ball 4 anyways.
Oh, okay.
So, nonetheless, he has first base. I'm not sure if he was grazed there or not, Gary, but nonetheless, he has first. Morgan's down to second. And now Jack Johns at the plate. Johns playing right field today after doing a fantastic job in relief yesterday, fouling off the first pitch here from Elam Martin. The Mustangs now have the game-tying run on first in Gallick, and the go-ahead run at the plate in Jack Johns in a first inning that has seen 8 runs combined scored between these two teams. Count now 1-1.
Something a little different than the pitching matchups we've had earlier in the season.
I've seen some tight, low-scoring games, but it's not going to be the case here tonight. That one nub foul there by Johns to take the count now to 1-2. And you wonder if things would settle back in here a little bit, as they tend to do, to get a couple of innings in. 2 outs, though, now in the inning.
Martin shaking off at least 3 signs.
Yeah, taking his time here. Next pitch to Johns, which is high. I think we're at 2-2, Jason. Yep. Jason Taylor to my left, running the scoreboard. We're trying to help each other out when we can, Gary.
It's a team effort.
Yes, team effort up here in the press box. 2-2 pitches low. That'll take us full to 3-2. Andrew Irwin due up next for Laurel Highlands. With everybody running here. With 2 outs here in the inning.
Might be a throwback here.
Payoff pitch, and Johns hits this through on the left side. Morgan's going to round third. Relay coming in. We're going to have a play at the plate, and Morgan is out at home.
Nice throw.
That coming in from Ethan White out there in left. So give Johns a hit, but Morgan out at home to end the inning. But the Mustangs do get 3 back here in the bottom of the first. We'll go to the top of the second. 5-3, Uniontown over Laurel Highlands here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Day.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Back here at Landman Field, Laurel Highlands High School. Gary, we had a half-hour first inning, so this game on pace for a 3.5-hour, 7-inning contest if it stays at the current rate, which means we'll be done about 7:30 tonight.
Well, it's better than last night. We got home around 10.
Yeah, but we started late. Gary's going to bring you the second after getting caught up on what was a wild first inning. Uniontown sent 10 to the plate, scored 5 runs. Yeah, the RBI single from Elam Martin. Shane Kelly got on via an error and scored a run. 2 RBI double from Braden Hinsey. He scored. Luke Gresh, RBI single, he scored. And Petrovic drove in Gresh for their 5. Mustangs sent 8 to the plate in the bottom of the first, scoring 3 runs.
And it looks like Morgan might be injured as he came into home. He tumbled over home plate. So it might be a change of pitcher regardless.
While they do that, Gary, let's take another timeout because they're going to have to loosen somebody up here.
There it comes.
Oh, Morgan is going to come out. Okay.
So he is coming out. It must have been a Just a
They wrapped his right wrist.
There you go.
Yep. So he'll finish warming up. We'll just keep it right here. And for Uniontown, they'll have hitters 2, 3, and 4 due up. Chandler Myers, Elam Martin, and Shane Kelly.
Myers, Martin, and
Ian Myers fly out to right first time through. Martin with an RBI single to center and scored a run. And Kelly got on via an air, stole a base, and scored a run.
So the meat of the lineup back at Morgan.
See if things settle down here, Gary, in the second.
Need some atom balls if you're the Mustangs.
Yes.
'Cause they're going to put the bat on the ball, no doubt. Looks at strike one. So Myers, who was one of the outs early in the inning. Here's the 0-1. That's on the inside corner for 0-2. So Morgan doesn't look like any worse for wear from that wrap on his right wrist. 0-2 pitch. There's a rip to short and under the glove of Noah Lyon. Just unable to grab that, and on to lead off things here in the second is Myers.
It's a well-hit ball, Gary. You give Myers a hit?
Absolutely, yes.
So Myers on board. Maybe think from Morgan's standpoint, you see your team score 3 in the bottom of the first inning, might settle things down a little bit.
But that leadoff single just starts things again as Martin will come to the plate now. That one's in the dirt, and unable to block that was Shoke, but easily down to second is Myers. So Morgan, wild pitch. What do we got? What's the oh, it was just a little confusion between the pitcher and the catcher. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a grounder to second, and that'll be the first out for the inning, 4-3.
That's Gallick over to Vecchiola.
And that's going to bring up Kelly.
Myers gets down to third. Uniontown 5 hits already in this game, go along with their 5 runs. Mustangs have issued 2 walks as well. Also have committed an error.
See if there's a grounder to third. Could be a play at home here. Could he be in a rundown? Tag him, and he's out at third. So a little bit of unforced error there as the Red Raider on third base got caught in the rundown as the ball was hit sharply to third base. And again, a nice play over there by Andrew Irwin.
That goes 5-2-5 on the fielder's choice. And now 2 outs here in the inning with Lane Smiley coming to bat.
So on at first with the fielder's choice is Kelly. And who's stepping in? Smiley.
Yeah, Lane Smiley. He struck out swinging back in the first inning.
When it looked like the Mustangs were going to get out of the inning.
Now we've had some odd scoring plays, Gary, here over the last couple of weeks, and the 5-2-5 goes along with it.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. Breaking pitch just missed. Infield thought it was a strike.
Did we have a 9-4, was it yesterday, or maybe one day last week? Well, they had a hold initially on a fly ball.
Yeah.
They made the out at second. That might have even been during the softball game Friday that occurred.
I think you're right. So 2 outs in the inning, 1 runner on. Big runner picked off at third. Here's the pitch. Foul back. 1-1 the count now to Lane Smiley here in the top half of the second inning. Uniontown on top, 5-3. A lot of action in that first inning.
Yeah, if you joined us late, you missed a lot.
Big lead over here for Smiley. Here's a breaking pitch inside. 2 balls and a strike now. Smiley, as you said, struck out in the first and looking to try to keep things going here for the Raiders in the second. Runner going. There's a foul back. So hit and run was on, but a foul back will cause Kelly to have to retreat to first. 2-2 now the count. 2 outs, second inning. Throw over, almost had him stepping off.
And Gary, I just found out too, we were scheduled to bring the folks the Geibel-Monessen game on Thursday. That game now likely to be played on Friday because Monessen has to make up a game that wasn't able to be played due to bad field conditions. So for the folks maybe tuning in for that game, we'll likely have it for you on Friday, but it looks like no game on Thursday.
I can go to my grandson's Little League game down in Cannonsburg.
Okay, nice. Is that Thursday or Friday?
Thursday. That's
you free
what I was,
Friday?
No.
Okay.
Here's a pitch, and it's ripped foul right over our head, so the count remains 3-2 now.
That's not 100% confirmed yet for Friday either. We'll keep the folks abreast of all of that on our social media pages as well, as there's some rain in the forecast.
I'm 100% confirmed that I'm not available.
All right, well, as far as our broadcast plans, they're not 100% in ink either that we're going to be there, but or the game's going to be played.
And foul back again. Kelly's getting a workout, doing some sprints here between first and second. He's young. He can handle it.
Well, good news for the Mustangs. You have 2 outs here in the inning and a 3-2 count.
Throw over again. Runner can take off on the pitch with the 3-2 count and 2 outs. Field in great condition here at Laurel Highlands. Here's the pitch, 3-2 pitch, foul back again, and another sprint for Kelly.
I reached out to Mike Smith about mid-morning, and he said, yeah, we're in good shape with the field condition despite some pretty heavy early rain. Then we had some mist and a couple of showers around 2:45 as well. And as you said, Gary, the
wind had everything dried out.
Yeah. They've done a nice job here. The field had some drainage issues for a
3-2 pitch
while.
again, another foul ball down the first base side. This time, Kelly was almost to second base that time.
They've done a nice job, as I was saying, Gary. This field had some drainage issues for a good number of years. They've gotten that cleaned up, and usually if we get a little break in the rain, they can usually get it ready.
Keep the pitcher's mound and the home plate covered at all times. That's about a 10-pitch at bat here for Smiley. Here's the 3-2 again. Just misses outside.
Wow.
So draws the walk with 2 outs, and Kelly will move down to second. And that's going to bring up Hinsey.
Nick Barczyk back at center. Davis & Davis, attorneys at Law Studio, says he loves these high-scoring games. He loves baseball so much. He enjoys when they go 3.5 or 4 hours. Just more entertainment out there for him.
The Pirates again tonight after that loss last night.
That'll bring up Braden Hinsey at a 2 RBI double and scored a run last time up.
Pitch to Hinsey, breaking pitch high, 4-1.
They called that a strike.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Hinsey now 8 RBIs on the season for Uniontown.
Marked down as a ball.
It was a delayed call.
0-1 is the count. Jockeying out there at second base. That's just outside for ball 1-1.
It's been an interesting last couple of days. I'll say that, Gary, with doing the game in the windstorm last night and the conditions and the wild start here today. These 2 games have been nothing as far as routine is concerned.
That's for sure. 1-1 pitch. Hinsey looks at a low one for ball 2, just below the knees. Morgan thought he had a strike. 2-1.
We got a Penguins win last night, too.
Absolutely. Heading to Philadelphia for tomorrow night. Ball runner going. Wow. And the ground ball over to first base. Vecchiola's going to take it himself, so no damage. As the Mustangs get out of the inning on 3 unassisted, we'll go to the bottom of the second. It's Uniontown 5, Laurel Highlands 3 here on the C. Harper Sports Site on WMBS.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
The UPIAL AMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Here we go with the bottom of the second. Stepping in is Andrew Irwin, the ninth batter in the order, and takes a swing at one in the dirt for the first strike. Still on the mound for Uniontown is Martin. Here's the second pitch, and that's ripped to the shortstop. Play made and over to first for the out. 6-3. So nice play over there by Kelly. Getting it over to Luke Gresh for the first out for the Mustangs here in the second.
And back to the top of the order now, and Nick Crouch.
Crouch hit by pitch and came around to score for the Mustangs' first run. Here's the pitch to him, and that's almost caught him again. Should have taken one for the team there.
Yeah, they're trying to get him off the plate early on.
One ball pitch, Martin to Crouch. There's a swing and a foul back. Good fastball there by Martin. Big crowd here today, Brian.
Yeah, had a nice crowd last night down at Bailey as well.
Really nowhere to park up there. The stands are full. Chairs all the way around on the left field side. There's a bunt down the third base line. That's a nice bunt by Crouch, and there will be no chance for the third baseman Myers to be able to make a play. So little small ball there by Crouch, but a smart play to get a runner on here with one out.
Yeah, do anything you can to get on base. Nick Crouch a bunt single, and he's on first with one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Uniontown still leading Laurel Highlands 5-3.
Brings up Shoke. Braylon singled back in the first and did come around to score also, so Crouch trying to get a lead. He was, I believe, thrown out once last night by Hebda, trying to steal.
He was. With the way this game started, Gary, everybody's going to be having their batting averages come up when this one's done.
Martin checks the runner. Crouch not going. There's a looper down the right field line. That's deep and over to make the catch in fair territory. Nice running catch there by Lane Smiley in right field, as that was right along the chalk. He had to come a long way, but does make the catch for the second out.
We've seen a couple of nice plays out in right. Johns made one earlier back in the first in foul territory, retiring Chandler Myers, and there's Lane Smiley making a nice catch, sending down Shoke for the second out of the inning.
So the Red Raiders went down quickly in the top of the second. Now the Mustangs with two outs. Noah Lyon at the plate, singled for 2 RBIs in the first inning. Might see Crouch take off here in this situation. They had to dive back safely.
We had about a 2-hour and 40-minute game last night, Gary. I went back and looked at the
Seemed like
archive.
4.
Yeah, did seem like a lot longer than that.
Crouch with a nice lead over here at first. Martin to Lyon, foul back.
We started early last night as well. It was a scheduled 7 o'clock start. I think the first pitch was around 6:40 last night. Good thing we did.
Yes, exactly right. No balls, 1 strike to Noah Lyon. Nick Crouch out here on first with the bunt single, but 2 outs in the inning. Martin from the stretch delivers, and that's high and inside for ball 1. 1-1. Lyon trying to keep things going here in the second inning for the Mustangs, trailing 5-3 here in the bottom half of the second inning. Crouch will go this time, and that's a high pitch. Hebda down to second again. unable to make the catch there and keep the tag on was the second baseman for Uniontown. That's Petrovich. But looked like Crouch had that one stolen anyway.
And Crouch did a nice job as well, Gary, to hang on to the bag and make sure he didn't overslide it.
You're right. So stolen base puts him in scoring position now for Lyon at a 2-1 count with 2 outs.
Both Lyon and Vecchiola have been hitting the ball pretty well for the Mustangs over the last couple of weeks.
Now, time called as the umpire is redrawing the batter's box, as he thought Lyon might have been a little too deep.
Lyon, 2 RBI single, scored a run back in the first, came into the game with a .429 average, a homer and 10 RBIs.
Big spot here to try to chip into that lead a little bit more. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. Went chasing a little bit on that one as that ball was low and inside. Evens the count at 2-2. So Martin trying to get himself out of a second inning jam here. 2-2 pitch. That's high and inside, 3-2. Good hold off that time by Noah Lyon. Certainly wants to be aggressive at the plate, but that one was not hittable. Time called by Martin, has to redo the shoelaces.
Reminder, next week, the Mustangs taking on Ringgold Monday. Laurel Highlands on the road, 4:30 start. That game on the WMBS YouTube page. And Tuesday, they're back at home, 4 o'clock start. Gary, you're going to be working with Nick Barczyk next Tuesday.
Wow, that's an honor.
They call him the Pope back at the station.
3-2 pitch, high and inside, ball 4. So Noah works a walk. So now first and second for Sevi Vecchiola, who hit the ball hard his first time up, but right at the shortstop, Kelly. And Vecchiola will have an opportunity here with 2 runners on.
I never figured that out, why he got that nickname, the Pope, Gary, but we all have nicknames these days. I can't figure out why TJ calls you Gerald.
There's a foul back. I don't think he just remembers my name. Foul back by Vecchiola makes it 0-1. Good pitch there by Martin.
I'm leaving the station. He goes, are you working with Gerald tonight?
Yeah.
Of course, we all know you as Fish.
That's an old nickname. That ball's in the dirt, but good stop there again by Hebda. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for the Mustangs here in the bottom of the second. 5-3 the score. Uniontown on top.
Is it a clean story that you can tell us how you got that nickname?
I can.
Okay. We'll get to it throughout the broadcast today then.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking pitch. Nice breaking pitch that time by Martin. Had Vecchiola out in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Vecchiola trying to get in the hit parade here.
Time called for some reason here, Gary. What's going on?
Manager wanted him to step off. Not sure. Trying to hear the...
I think they're ready again.
That's where the pitch count might have, or the pitch clock might have come into play. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2.
And both Martin and Morgan have really thrown a lot of pitches here early on, Gary.
You're exactly right. And we said that earlier, that the bullpens are going to definitely come into play here at some point.
It's going to be sooner rather than later.
2-2 pitch. There's a line drive to deep right center field, and it's over the head of the center fielder, and that's going to score at least 2 runs for the Mustangs on a driving double by Vecchiola to right center field. No chance out there for Hinsey to track that one down as it one-hopped the blue fence out there in right center field. 2 RBIs for Sevi Vecchiola.
Vecchiola now 8 RBIs on the season for the Mustangs. Who would have thought, Gary, after this game started out 5-0 Uniontown, we'd be tied at 5 now here in the bottom of the second.
That happened last night. We were tied at 5. And here comes Morgan to the plate. He's blooped one into left field for his single and RBI back in the first, and Vecchiola in scoring position at second.
Now Crouch has scored 2 runs in this game for Laurel Highlands along with Lyon.
Swing and a miss by Morgan. He was going for the downs that time.
And Morgan picked up an RBI in his last at-bat.
Took a rip at that one. 1 strike. Good fastball by Martin. 0-1 pitch, swinging to dirt, and that gets away from Hebda. But Morgan went chasing now behind in the count 0-2 with Vecchiola now at third.
And Vecchiola took that time to get down to third base, and he represents the go-ahead run now for the Mustangs.
0-2 count. Morgan needs to protect. That'll allow Martin to go from the windup. There's a ground ball off the pitcher's glove to the second baseman. Throw over to first in time.
Wow.
In time for the out. Good hustle by Morgan, but not able to beat it out on the deflection from the pitcher to the second baseman. It will go 1-4-3 as we go to the top half of the third inning with the score now, Uniontown 5, Laurel Highlands 5, here on the C. Harper Sports Night, WMBS.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Back here at Landman Field, Laurel Highlands High School moving to the top of the third inning, now tied at 5. The Uniontown Red Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Uniontown will have hitters 7, 8, and 9 due up. Gresh, Petrovich, and Kramer. As Uniontown completes the second trip through the lineup here in the top of the third inning. Uniontown sent 10 men to the plate in the first, scored 5 runs, and left 2 stranded in the second without producing a run. Ramari Morgan starting his third inning of work on the mound here for Laurel Highlands. Misses on the first pitch to Luke Gresh.
Not getting that call on the knee-high fastball.
Gresh, an RBI single, scored a run first time up. Senior came into the game with a 176 average and 4 RBIs. Takes the first pitch, or takes the second pitch for ball 2. Count out 2-0.
Morgan able to get out of that second inning without any damage, but don't want to start these innings with walks.
2-0 on the way, fouled off there by Gresh. Count now moves to 2-1.
Little vehicle action out there in center field.
Yeah, always get that here, it seems. Sun for the moment behind the clouds, but I think it might be peeking right back through here in a moment. This ball well hit by Gresh in the gap in right center, but working off to his right to make the catch, Jack Johns for the first out of the inning.
Perfectly positioned for the right-handed hitter. He was shaded towards right center, and that ball just causing him to take a hike of about 15 yards to pull it in.
Tom Petrovich now at the plate, and Gary, he's had a busy last 24 hours as he was at the plate for the walk-off walk last night. Takes the first pitch here for strike 1, counted 0-1, but he had an RBI single back in the first inning here this afternoon. Only a freshman, but but certainly has contributed a lot this week. He's done a nice job defensively as well. Takes the 0-1 here off the plate to even up the count at 1-1.
Was involved in that pivotal double play last night,
yes.
The line drive that ended a real rally by the Mustangs.
1-1 on the way high, count now 2-1. One out here in the top of the third, tied at 5. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands. Red Raiders winning on the walk-off last night, 6-5. Next pitch misses low. Count now 3-1. Morgan's issued 3 walks already in this game. Just 1 strikeout. Trying to avoid walk number 4 here. 3-1 pitch and a swing and a miss from Dom takes us full to 3-2. Mustangs eating a couple of bananas in the dugout. Assistant coach Andino Vecchiola down there snacking on one. As the 3-2 pitch is low for ball 4. And Dom's on board. Guys figure they get a little snacking now, Gary.
Absolutely.
No, it's going to be a long game. And now at the plate, Adam Kramer. Kramer walked back in the first inning. Game tied at 5, 1 out, and a healthy lead off of first. Check back, head first slide back safely. There is Petrovich. He was about 3 or 4 steps off the bag.
I always say you can take a lead as much as you can as long as you can dive back.
First pitch is high. They're going to throw back down to first. And once again, Dom gets to the bag. That pitch missed to Adam Kramer, so 1-0 is the count. Kramer, the DH, batting today for Connor Hebda.
I give Hebda a lot of credit. That guy must love baseball. He's dealing with all that mess behind home plate and doesn't get the bat.
That is tough. Another throw down to first. Close play there. And back safely. Kind of allows him to keep the catcher's gear on, though.
Small consolation.
Especially in a game like this when these guys might have 5 or 6 plate appearances before the game's over, as that one gets away from Shoke, and that'll allow Petrovich to get down to second.
With 1 out.
Yep. And the count now 3-0 to Adam Kramer. So Morgan trying to avoid issuing back-to-back walks here.
Big lead again out there at second base.
3-0 pitch, taking all the way was Kramer. The pitch in there for a strike to take us to 3-1.
Some action down in the bullpen for Uniontown.
And I think sooner rather than later, Gary, we're going to be seeing relief action for both of these teams as Morgan steps off the mound here. Laurel Highlands came into the game 4-10 overall. Uniontown 7-7. Red Raiders 3-6 in the conference. Mustangs 2-7 in section play. Now Morgan's 3-1 to Kramer is off the plate and high for ball 4. So Morgan issues back-to-back walks. We'll see if the Mustangs make a move here.
Coach Smith pacing in the dugout, wondering whether he can get a couple more outs out of Morgan here just in the third inning.
Morgan has issued 5 walks in this game for Laurel Highlands.
Looks like he's struggling a little bit with some kind of pain.
He mentioned had his right wrist wrapped after a slide into home. Jason Taylor's going to check the bullpen activity now for the Mustangs. You saw Michael Smith warming up earlier, and he's still staying loose. He's not in the field, so of course he can throw. And now you're back to the top of the order here in Ethan White. Third plate appearance of the game now for White. We're tied at 5 here in the top of the third. First pitch to White is low for ball 1. White walked and scored a run in his first plate appearance in the first, and then in his second, flew out to Noah Lyon to end the inning.
Might be a situation where you take to a strike after back-to-back walks.
Yep. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
Guess not.
Nope. Evens up the count at 1-1. 1 out here in the inning. Mustangs hoping for a double play ball.
Uniontown hoping for a base hit.
Yes. After the Red Raiders scored 5 in the first, stranded 2 in the second.
Big lead out there at second.
Morgan again glances back, will deliver. This pitch again missing to Ethan White.
2-1.
2-1 is the count. Now Morgan to get out of the stretch. See if he throws back to second here. Now he's going to throw over to first.
Little sneak in behind by Vecchiola.
Adam Kramer back there safely. Of course, Petrovic can take that big lead until they pick him off, Gary. That's the way it goes.
That's the way you do it.
Again, glancing back at second is Morgan. Pitch here, swing and a miss. Take us to 2-2 now. Morgan to Ethan White with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning, and this game tied at 5. Mustangs looking for the split. Red Raiders looking for the sweep. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball misses low. And we're full now at 3-2.
Once again, a lot of pitches on both sides of the diamond.
Now the payoff pitch here to Ethan White. That one is low for ball 4. Hopped away from Shoke, but the guys are going to move along anyways. So that's 3 straight walks. I think you got to make a move here, Gary.
I think you're right, but it's tough to bring in a young pitcher with bases loaded and 1 out.
Now you got a young pitcher and a freshman on the mound right now in Omari Morgan, and we're going to see a pitching change here for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. So we're tied at 5. 1 out as we work here in the top of the 5th. Bases loaded for Uniontown. We'll have a pitching change here for Laurel Highlands. We'll tell you about the new Mustang pitcher, and we come back here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
New Mustang pitcher is Michael Smith, another freshman. This will be his 4th appearance of the season. Has not factored in any decision. 6.56 ERA and minimal innings of work so far this year as the Mustangs going deeper into their bullpen. Smith has worked just 5 1/3 innings, given up 8 hits, 11 runs, 5 of them earned, walked 7, and struck out 6 so far this season.
It's a situation here where Dad says, "You're in, son.
Yes.
Bases are loaded, and there's 1 out."
Yes. You'll end the inning with no additional damage being done.
It's all
Easier
yours.
said than done, yes. And Chandler Smith now will come to the plate. And the base is loaded, Gary, because of 3 straight walks. Uniontown without a hit in this inning. Myers did have a single to left last time out. Flew out back in the first.
Walks will kill.
Yep. First pitch to him here is low for ball 1. You got to throw some strikes as well if you're Michael Smith at this junction of the game. And now the 1-0 on the way. And this ball hit right back at the freshman pitcher.
Should have went to home.
Knocked it down for the
Shoulda
out at
went
first.
to home.
But they could have got the force out at home, and Uniontown will score a run and make it 6-5. I'm sure his dad's going to tell him about that one later.
But he got the out.
Yes, he got an out. So it goes 1-3.
And that scores Petrovich.
Yep. Make it 6-5.
Nice play by Martin. He knocked it down.
By Smith.
I'm sorry, Smith. Martin's on Uniontown.
Yep.
Ball was trickled over toward first base, so the sure thing was to make the play. And there's a rip to first base through Vecchiola.
Well, that's going to hurt, Gary,
Wow.
because you're going to have two Uniontown runs come around here to score, and it'll be 8-5 Red Raiders as Vecchiola unable to hang on over at first. So you talk about the walks coming back at you. Adam Kramer will score. Ethan White will score, and it's now 8-5 Uniontown.
And I think we got to score that one in error.
Yeah, I agree. Already had it down E3. And a costly one in that. And now coming to the plate is Shane Kelly. Kelly first pitch swinging. Sends this one high in the air to right. Charging is Jack Johns, and he'll get it for the third out of the inning. But Uniontown getting 3 here in the top half of the third.
Without the benefit of a hit.
Yeah, without a hit. And it's now 8-5. Uniontown over Laurel Highlands going to the bottom of the third here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
It's Jessica Karingala and Joe Malika, and we want you to spring into savings at Ford of Uniontown.
Right now, get a new Ford F-150 with up to $8,000 off MSRP or up to $6,000 off with low financing rates, as low as 2.9 for 60 months and 3.9 for 72 or 84 months.
Looking for something versatile and efficient? Check out the Ford Maverick with up to $3,000 off of MSRP.
And don't forget, Ford owners can score additional loyalty savings.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Inventory is moving fast, so don't wait. Your truck knows, shouldn't you?
Trade me in.
That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes tax and transfer fees. Must finance with Ford credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Brian Rozak, Gary Frankhauser back here at Landman Field, Laurel Highlands High School. The Uniontown Red Raiders now an 8-5 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. We're moving just to the bottom of the third inning. The Mustangs scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Uniontown with 5 in the first and 3 in the top half of the third. The only half inning, Gary, where we haven't had a run scored was the top of the second, where Uniontown stranded 2 without scoring a run.
But now more work to do for the Mustangs.
Yep. With Aiden Milsom leading off the inning, hitters 6, 7, and 8 here for the Mustangs. Milsom, Gallick, and Johns. And still on the mound for Uniontown is Elam Martin. First pitch here and showing bunt for the Mustangs. Little one-hopper. Nice little snare there for Martin. Makes the throw over to first in time to Luke Gresh to retire Milsom 1-3 for a quick first out of this bottom of the third inning.
Good idea there by Milsom, but he just bunted it right back to the pitcher, and Martin made a nice play. Short hop that little looper and made a nice throw to first for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now Andrew Gallick coming to the plate. First pitch to Andrew. Inside for ball 1. And Gary, going back to the last half inning, didn't have much of a chance to really expand upon. Of course, Michael Smith pitching. And I think really what caused the throw over to first, you had a big line drive come back in his direction. Did a nice job to knock it down. I think it was just initial instinct. You kind of get stunned, especially maybe not being in that situation a lot. And you just make the throw over to first. But again, things happen. And really tough to fault him in any way, certainly.
No way, shape, or form. And it was.
It still made a nice play to get it out in that situation.
The ball bounded towards first base. It would have been a tough play to throw it to home, and he made the right move.
Yes, he did. Count now here at 2-1, and this ball golfed high in the air on the right side. Look out here.
Oh.
The ball off the glove of the right fielder, Lane Smiley. Now the throw goes down to second. I think Gallick got underneath the tag. No, the ball's not even there. It's out right of the third base line, and then all the way down to third goes Gallick.
Oh, my. What an event of...
So initially, I think you have to score that E9. That's one
No
Smiley
doubt.
should have had out there in right. And then Gallick, after a couple of wild throws, gets all the way down to third.
Yeah, so 2 more errors.
Yep. And the Mustangs in business, down 3 here in the bottom of the third with 1 out, and Gallick down at third. This series has had a little bit of everything between these two teams.
Sometimes tough to explain.
Yes. Again, the series has been anything but routine as Jack Johns now comes to the plate. Now, he had a single to left field last time out, or Amari Morgan, who was at second base, trying to go home, and Morgan was out at home in that sequence to end the inning. And Johns here, first pitch swinging, sends this one deep into left. The catch made there by Ethan White. Tagging from third is Gallick. He'll score, and the Mustangs get a run back to make it 8-6. So a sac fly RBI for Johns, his first RBI of the season, scoring Gallick, and the Mustangs back to within 2. Now Andrew Irwin coming to the plate. Irwin grounded out 6-3 to start the home half of the second. Now coming to the plate here with the bases empty and 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Takes the first pitch inside for ball 1.
Mustangs bringing it back to 8-6.
And that pitch ripped foul on the left side. So tell us, since we got a moment here, Gary, how'd you get the Fish nickname?
Oh, wow. Well, when we were young, probably late elementary and junior high, we had a facility down in Hopwood called Forest Park. Beautiful pool, basketball courts, tennis courts, and every day, the pitch in there for a strike. We'd go and do swim practice in the morning, and then the high school basketball coaches had basketball clinics right after swim practice.
The next pitch misses low.
Get out of the pool and go up to the court, and Coach Horst Taylor would say, "Here comes the Fish."
Because you were a good swimmer.
And I don't think he ever knew my name.
I got you. He just called you Fish because you were a good swimmer, and he always knew you were coming from swim practice, and it's stuck. There's a grounder to third. Goes to Myers. Throw over to first in time to Gresh to retire Irwin 5-3 to end the inning. And now we'll have to ask TJ why he calls you Gerald. So we played 3, and it's 8-6. Uniontown over Laurel Highlands here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
We're back for the top half of the fourth inning. Due up for Uniontown, Lane Smiley, Braden Hinsey, and Luke Gresh.
Braden Hinsey and Luke Gresh.
On the mound for his second inning of work, is Mike Smith, the freshman, as he faces Smiley for the first time, batting left-handed. Working from the stretch, and there's a fastball on the outside corner for strike one.
Smith has pretty good heat.
Pretty good velocity. We have to invest in a jugs gun here. Get some speed.
We had one, and I don't know what happened to her. The batteries died. And
second pitch high and inside, 1-1.
I think I still have it inside one of the equipment bags back at the station.
I think Suprick stole it.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did. When he stopped doing games, he took it with him.
1-1 pitch. Fastball just missing outside. No, called strike on the corner. So a little delayed strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 4th inning, 8-6. Uniontown on top. Leadoff hitter here in the 4th, Lane Smiley, facing Mike Smith. There's a fastball, and there's a rip into left center field. Coming on and diving, making a great catch out there in center field for the Mustangs. That's Aiden Milsom, and that's a highlight reel catch.
Yeah, Milsom, a great job, certainly on his horse out there in center. Taking one away from Lane Smiley for the first out of this top half of the 4th.
Might see that on Top 10 Sports Center.
Very difficult catch there from Milson, but doing a fantastic job out there in center.
They pick up this feed, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure they do. There are times, though, I think we have more viewers than a lot of their ESPN Plus games.
Braden Hinsey now with a double in the first and ground out to first his last time up. Good breaking pitch there by Smith. Had him chasing with one in the dirt.
You ever thought about that, though, when they have, like, Northern Maine playing, like, New Hampshire State in a random lacrosse game? Like, how many people could possibly be watching that at one time?
That was the origination of ESPN, though.
Yes.
Australian rules football.
I was watching some highlights of that the other night, but they don't have it on ESPN anymore. You got to watch it on YouTube. It's very entertaining.
No ball. I'm sorry, 1 ball. I thought that was a strike first pitch, wasn't it not? And that one's in the dirt, 1-1.
And I'm surprised, Gary, as much as the Premier League has taken off here in the United States from a soccer standpoint, that we haven't had that same takeover with Australian rules football, which is probably more aggressive, obviously, than soccer in the Premier League.
It's all about the sponsors.
Yes.
1-1 pitch. And swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 out in the inning here in the top of the 4th. Uniontown on top 8-6 over the Mustangs.
But honestly, rules is kind of like rugby. I think a lot of folks don't really know the rules that well.
1 ball, 2 strike offering, but Smith inside. Did it hit him? Nope.
No, he's kind of got away from him.
Got away from the catcher, Shoke, but now 2-2 with 1 out in the inning on the great diving catch out there in center field by Aiden Milsom. Smith trying to work outs here in the 4th. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Up with it and on to first for the out. The second out of the inning, and that's Gallick over to Vecchiola for the second out.
2 up, 2 down. Haven't said that much today.
Ever.
No, we have not had a 1-2-3 inning yet.
So Luke Gresh will come to the plate. He singled in the first, flew out to right in the third. RBI single back in the first. Looks at strike 1. So far, Michael Smith working strikes.
Certainly want to see that if you're Laurel Highlands in an 8-6 game here in the top of the 4th. Mustangs trail by 2.
That one's in the dirt, 1-1.
And for the Red Raiders, Gary mentioned they're still mathematically alive as well, but certainly a tougher series next week, taking on Elizabeth Forward, a team that gave West Mifflin their first conference loss of the season yesterday.
1-1 pitch. Ground ball towards the dugout on the third base side. And Coach Martin flips it back to the pitcher.
And you go back and you look at the Mustangs playing Elizabeth Forward that opening conference series of the year. The Mustangs lost there 5-4 and 8-5. I'd like to have some of those games back.
Couple of those.
Yep. Tight contests.
Yep. Here's a pitch. That's in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Or is it 1-2? No, it is 2-2. I'm sorry.
Also had a 7-5 loss down at West Mifflin in a tight game as well back on April the 20th. Turn a couple of those around. You're in a totally different position at this juncture of the season.
It's the hazards of a young team.
Yes.
Fastball just misses inside. Full count now. 2 outs in the inning. Luke Gresh at the plate facing Michael Smith. Here's a pitch. Strike 3 called. And nobody like that on the maroon and white squad. But
Mustangs
that's strike 3.
Mustangs needed that, Gary.
Absolutely. So no runs, 1-2-3 inning for the Mustangs. They'll come to the bat in the bottom of the 4th, trailing 8-6 here on the C. Harper Sports Night on WMBS.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You MediSpa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A MediSpa?
You relax, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Why move? Grow into the home you love and transform your space with First Federal of Greene County. They offer home equity loans, home equity lines of credit, and FHA Title I home improvement loans, all to keep your roots planted where you want to be. Visit a loan officer today or lock in your rate before the market heats up and apply online anytime at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Back here for the bottom of the 4th inning with a new pitcher for the Red Raiders. Lane Smiley comes in from right field to pitch for the Red Raiders. Going out to right field was Don Petrovich. And now playing second base is Martin, moving from pitcher to second base.
I think Martin actually moved to short, Gary, and Shane Kelly's playing second, I believe.
You're right. They switched that up.
Yeah.
So Kelly went from short to second, and Martin is now playing shortstop. And that's go ahead.
I was going to mention the Mustangs have the top of the order due up here in the bottom of the 4th as well, down 8-6.
I was just going to say that, too.
Go ahead. I'll get you some pitching stats here on Smiley in just a moment as well once we get settled in.
So Crouch hit by pitch in the 1st and scored. Bunt single in the 2nd and scored. And Smiley will be pitching to the top of the lineup for the Mustangs. Left-handed pitching Smiley.
6th appearance of the season for Smiley, 7.22 ERA, has not factored in any decisions so far this year. Crouch had that bunt single, Gary, and scored a run last time up.
And third baseman still not playing too far up, so might try that again. First pitch, swing and a miss, and a ball in the dirt, so you don't want to do that.
Smiley's worked 10 2/3 innings, given up 11 hits, 13 runs, 11 of them earned, struck out 15 and walked 10 so far this season.
So Smiley ahead in the count 0-1 to Nick Crouch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt for 1-1.
Smiley certainly gives them a different look than what they saw earlier in Elam Martin, who was a righty, now facing the lefty Smiley. The Red Raiders have a couple of nice lefties in the lineup between Smiley and Braden Hinsey, who we saw last night.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pretty good velocity also for Smiley.
Yes. Surprised his numbers aren't a little better.
Crouch. Now with the pitch, breaking pitch, caught him looking, strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. So first out of the inning by way of strikeout looking.
And Smiley comes into the game and gets, as a team, only Uniontown's second strikeout of the game. Martin sent down Milsom back in the first. Now Braylon Shoke coming to the plate.
First pitch to Shoke. Breaking pitch just misses high.
Shoke, sophomore catcher, batting .278. 5 RBIs on the season, 1 for 2 here today.
Singled and scored back in the first. 1-0 pitch. Foul back. Good fastball at the knees for Smiley. Had Shoke reaching for it.
Gary, good thing they got this game in today. A lot of rain in the forecast, especially for tomorrow.
You're right. Temperatures dipping again later in the week. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Braylon Shoke.
Had a lot of
one
cold,
out in the inning. Go
had
ahead.
a lot of cold weekends. Knows every time I'm playing golf on the weekend, it's been tassel cap on, bundling up.
I don't feel bad for you. 1-2 pitch. Just misses outside. 2-2.
Playing Friday morning, it's supposed to be in the 40s.
2-2 count. 1 out in the inning. Still 8-6. Uniontown on top. Braylon Shoke now at the plate, and there's a shot into right center field again. Ranging over and leaping to make the catch is Hinsey.
I wasn't sure he hung on at first.
He kind of misjudged it a little bit, but made a nice leaping grab for the second out of the inning. So we're seeing a lot of stellar play in center field here today.
Not only in center and right as well on both sides.
That brings up Noah Lyon with 2 outs. Smiley working on a 1-2-3 inning. First ball low and outside for ball 1.
And Smiley, when he was out in right field, had a nice catch right along the line earlier. And Jack Johns for Laurel Highlands as well. Had a couple of nice snags out there.
1-0 pitch to Lyon. And fouls that off to the right side. Singled in the first and scored, and walked in the second and scored.
Getting out here, Gary. It would be 1, 2, 3 innings on both sides here in the fourth. Mustangs, though, still down 2 at 8-6.
Lyon receives the pitch. There's another pop-up. That's unplayable over towards first base in fair territory and making the catch and falling backwards, but holding on for the out is Luke Gresh, as that just played havoc with the wind and moving him in all different directions. He was able to pull it in for the third out. 1-2-3 inning for the Mustangs. We'll go to the top of the fifth. It's still 8-6. Uniontown on top. The C. Harper Sports Night on WMBS.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Looking for a great place to eat in Uniontown? Stop by Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue and proudly owned by the Vernon family. Casey's is open Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday through Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come check out their new items and delicious entrees. And remember, Casey's can cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Hitters 8, 9, and 1 due up for Uniontown here in the top half of the fifth. Mustangs down 8-6. And the first pitch from Michael Smith and Adam Petrovic in there for a strike. 0-1. Petrovic, 2 productive at-bats. RBI, single back in the first, walked and scored a run in the third. 0-1 pitch here, high and in tight, evens up the count at 1-1. Petrovic producing the walk-off walk, sealing Uniontown's win last night over Laurel Highlands 6-5. Started the game playing second base, now out in right field.
He'll have that story forever.
Yes. 1-1 on the way, inside.
Behind him.
Yes.
Oh, it hit him. Did hit him. No, it didn't hit him.
Sebi Vecchiola saying it didn't hit him.
Now he's going back and getting his bat.
I didn't think it hit him either, Gary.
Well, everyone in the dugout said, go to first, and he listened to him. It was
a little crazy.
It was behind him.
He could have moved back and fell into the ball, but it would have probably been outside the box. I doubt he would have been awarded first. You never know. So here we go again. The count's 2-1. Nobody out top of the fifth. 8-6. Uniontown on top. And a 2-1 pitch outside from Smith.
Well, that was way outside, and the last one way inside. So this
one right down the pipe here.
This was a strike, no doubt.
Again, he was productive in the fourth. Retired Uniontown in order.
With a strikeout looking.
Yep. Now the 3-1 pitch here on the way.
There it is.
Right down the pipe. We're full of 3-2. Now Smith looking for his second strikeout of the game. Payoff pitch. And this ball hit on the ground to Noah Lyon. It's short. Throw over to first in time to Vecchiola to retire Petrovic 6-3 for the first out of this top half of the fifth. And that'll bring up Adam Kramer.
Worked his way back out of a bad count to get that first out.
I like what I've seen out of Smith so far, Gary, both at the plate this season and on the mound for a kid just kind of like Morgan, a freshman getting his feet wet. I think a lot of these kids really weren't expecting to be in the roles that they're in this year. Of course, you had the Noah Lyon shoulder injury, which kind of factored into a lot of this, and these kids getting a lot of varsity experience, and they've done a nice job. That first pitch outside there to Adam Kramer. And it's kind of been that story the whole season long. Even go back to the fall, Gary, in the football season. As you have the 1-0 pitch on the way from Smith, high, 2-0 to Adam Kramer. When Lyon went down, you went to a freshman quarterback and Gabe Senafani, who did a nice job kind of managing the game for the Mustangs. Again, not a situation he was expecting to be in either as a freshman.
So the good things in store for the Mustangs.
Yes, for sure. With a lot of these young guys getting playing time and really all seasons here during the 2025-2026 school year. Count now at 3-0. Smith looking for a strike here to Adam Kramer. He's looking for his third walk of the game. Both players wearing number 6 for their respective teams. Kramer showing bunt, pulls back, pitching there for a strike. 3-1. No chance he was laying one down there with a 3-0 count.
Looking to get a runner on with one out here in the fifth inning. Holding on to that 8-6 lead.
3-1 pitch.
Strike 2. Ooh.
That one just off the play. Didn't miss by much. Now you have 3 walks in this game for Adam Kramer. First walk issued by Michael Smith. You have a runner on with one out here in the top of the fifth, with Uniontown still on top 8-6 over Laurel Highlands. And this game, to some degree, has settled down as we've gotten into the middle innings.
With those walks, here we go. Back in the third inning, Uniontown scored 3 runs without a hit.
Yes. Now Ethan White, who's also walked twice in this game, at the plate for the 4th time in this contest, takes the first pitch outside for ball 1.
And we're just in the 5th inning.
And White scored both times that he walked, in the first and in the third. Count 1-0. That pitch off the plate, throw down back to first, and safely there is Kramer. Count now 2-0.
And coach and dad heads to the mound.
Probably going to tell him to throw some strikes here, I would guess, Gary. Reminder, we're back on the air Monday for Laurel Highlands baseball at Ringgold. Game on the WNBS YouTube page at 4:30. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 4:15. Next Laurel Highlands radio game here at home a week from today against Ringgold. 4 o'clock start. 3:40 Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show with the Pope, Nick Barczyk, and the Fish, Gary Frankhauser. You got the Pope and the Fish on the game next Tuesday.
Oh, boy.
That should be a lot of fun. Carl, what was your nickname? Any nicknames for you? He said no nicknames. Carl played some baseball here at Laurel Highlands back in the day.
Yes, he did. A little bit.
Now Ethan White with a count at 3 and check that at 2-0. Kind of double check the count. Scoreboard said 2-0.
That's what it is.
At 2-0. I'll throw back to first. And back safely again is Kramer. And Pirates, I think, getting underway at 6:40 tonight. Game 2 of a 4-game set with the Cardinals. That ball hit off the inside of the bat, foul by Ethan White.
Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate that time by Smith. To work these strikes.
Count now 2-1. Now Smith set for the 2-1 pitch here. Low and outside, takes the count to 3-1. He's talking to our colleague Billy Dice a couple of days ago. Let me know the Hart games will be getting back underway down in Hopwood starting next week. Hard to believe that time of the year already for Little League baseball. This ball from White, ground. It could be a double play ball. They're just going to get the out, though, at second. As it'll go from Lyon over to Gala covering the bag. So it goes 6-4 on the fielder's choice for the second out of the inning.
A little bit of a slow roller, tough one to turn there for the Mustang infield, but got the lead runner.
So White just goes to first. 2 outs here in the inning. The Uniontown lead still at 2 at 8-6. And now at the plate, Chandler Myers for Uniontown. He'll take the first pitch for a strike from Michael Smith. Count at 0-1.
Might see White take off from first here to try to get into scoring position.
Yeah, I agree. Give Uniontown a little juice going their way here in this top half of the 5th inning. Now Smith's 0-1 to Myers. A little breaking ball, missed though low and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Myers came into the game with a .329 average.
Not that big of a lead over here for White, so.
Myers picked up his 5th RBI of the season in the 3rd inning, hitting into a fielder's choice. Singled in the 2nd, flew out in the 1st. Runner going, 1-1 pitch here, sent foul. And that'll send White back to the first base bag and put 2 strikes up on the scoreboard with 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. Now the Mustangs trying to get out of the inning here with no additional damage being done. One-two pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it. So Uniontown comes up empty here in the top half of the 5th. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Uniontown still leading Laurel Highlands 8-6 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Why move? Grow into the home you love and transform your space with First Federal of Greene County. They offer home equity loans, home equity lines of credit, and FHA Title I home improvement loans, all to keep your roots planted where you want to be. Visit a loan officer today or lock in your rate before the market heats up and apply online anytime at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Life sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
This is Dr. James Stewart. I know that many of you have enjoyed hearing what amounted to pure nonsense for my kids for the past few years and wondered if I even existed. Well, I do. And we at Henry and Stewart Audiology have been serving the Uniontown and surrounding communities since 1974. And better still, I've been utilizing my kids for free labor for like 3 years. Well, we do indeed have 3 locations, Uniontown, Connellsville, and Carmichael's, and strive to give our patients the very best care. What? Did I miss something?
Don't forget our phone number, which is 724-439-4380.
Cares, you are just terrible.
Oh, Daddy.
That sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
Hitters 4, 5, and 6 due up for Laurel Highlands here in the bottom of the 5th. Sevi Vecchiola swinging and missing in the first pitch there from Luke Smiley, counted 0-1. Vecchiola 2 RBI double last time up. Mustangs down 2 at 8-6.
A little anxious on that one as it was in the dirt.
Yes. They counted 0-1. Smiley on in relief of Elam Martin in this contest. His 0-1 high and in tight. Evens up the count now at 1-1. May's car alarm going off there somewhere. Just hit the panic button by accident in their pocket. Finally got it stopped. 1-1 on the way. Inside. Takes the count to 2-1. Last night the game had to be stopped temporarily because somebody with headlights parked out in left field and the batters couldn't see. Left the lights on. Count now 2-1. Smiley to Vecchiola. And this ball chopped. That's going to be
called
foul.
A foul. Yeah. Hit off his foot.
Yep. Not the bat. Now we're at 2-2. Vecchiola, Morgan, and Milsom here in the home half of the 5th for Laurel Highlands. Down 2 at 8-6. 2-2 pitch now on the way. And that one just off the plate, didn't miss by much, and we'll go full at 3-2. Tough one to lay off of, Gary.
It sure was.
Now Vecchiola stepping back in. Payoff pitch, Smiley to Sevi Vecchiola. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 3. And down goes Sevi for the first out of this bottom of the 5th, with Ramari Morgan now coming to the plate. Morgan RBI single back in the first, grounded out 4-3 to end it. Check that, grounded out 1-4-3 to end the second.
Top of the order last inning went 1-2-3. Yep. Morgan now needs to try to get things started with 1 out here in the 5th.
First pitch to him here from Smiley. Low for ball 1. And the last Mustang hit in this game, Gary, you actually have to go back to the second inning. It was Vecchiola's 2 RBI double. So it's been a while. After the bats were hot early on. 1-0 pitch here. High again, taking it to 2-0. Mustangs have had a couple of other base runners since, including Andrew Gallick, who got on via an error, and then Jack Johns' sac fly RBI drove him in. But you've had now 5 straight retired. Actually, if you include Johns' sacrifice, 6 straight retired. With Morgan now at the plate and the count at 2-1. Smiley will wind and fire. Morgan fouls it off. Count now even at 2-2.
Smiley's got a nice motion and works it in and out.
He looks very comfortable. That's why I was surprised, Gary, his numbers were not better coming into the season, because even from his warm-up tosses, he looks very effective. Here we go. Count at 2-2. 1 out. Uniontown in the field, up 2. 2-2 pitch to Morgan. That one 1-hopped. And the count goes full to 3-2.
That was definitely a breaking pitch, trying to get Morgan to chase.
Well, Smiley will need a strike here. 3-2 to Ramari Morgan with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch on the way. Fastball. Morgan pops it up on the left side in foul territory, out of play. Count remains 3-2. And Pirates baseball on the way next. Game 2 of a series with the Cardinals. First pitch around 6:40 tonight. We'll join the Pirates network as soon as we wrap up for you folks on the radio set. Another 3-2 pitch to Morgan. This ball hit hard up the middle into center field for a base hit.
A good at bat there by Ramari. Just working the count deep and driving that one right up the middle. Let's see if we get a courtesy runner. Nope, we're not going to.
He's not the pitcher anymore, Gary. He's just
That's
the
right,
DH, so you'd have to actually pinch run in this situation. Now Adam Milsom trying to get his bat going. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Average of 267 coming into the contest with 6 RBIs. First pitch to him here comes up empty. Swing and a miss, and the count at 0-1. Andrew Gallick, who's been on base twice in this game, due up behind him in the lineup.
I wouldn't think Morgan's a threat to steal.
That one fouled off to take the count now to 0-2. From Smiley to Milsom, will have to protect the plate. Now Smiley looking for a second strikeout of the inning. Clean look over at Morgan at first, and then Morgan just walks back to the bag.
Milson called timeout.
Trying to freeze him out there a little bit. Smiley, another long look into the catcher, Connor Hebda. Pitch on the way, and again fouling it off is Aiden Milsom.
Good protection there.
Yep.
That one was close to the strike zone and not one you could take.
He'll rack it back up again, 0-2. Pitch on the way, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3.
And he swung at one outside that time, but again trying to protect with 2 strikes, and that's going to bring up Gallick with runner on at first base and 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Still 8-6, Uniontown on top.
Gallick walked back in the first on Villanueva and scored a run in the 3rd.
Looks at strike 1. Wow, nice bender.
Count 0-1. Before Morgan got on, he was the last Mustang base runner in this game, back in the 3rd inning. Smiley's 0-1 to Gallick here. Fastball high and in tight, evens up the count at 1-1. Spring sports season, as far as the regular season, starting to wind down. And the Laurel Highlands softball team in the playoffs. Try to bring you their first round playoff game. Expecting it to be around Monday, May the 11th, as Gallick hits this one. That's a tough one on the left side. And able to hang on there was Myers.
In between hop there, right off the grass. And once he put a glove on it, there was no chance for the shortstop, Martin, to make a play. So I we'll score that a hit.
And Gallick on board. Now 2 on with 2 outs. You have the game tying run now at first. Go ahead run at the plate. And Jack Johns, who's had 2 productive at-bats for the Mustangs as well today. Senior here on Senior Day. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Smiley's first pitch to Johns off the plate for ball 1. Johns, along with Noah Lyon and Sevi Vecchiola, honored before the game for Senior Day. John's also a member of the Laurel Highlands bowling team and member of the National Honor Society and the math team.
That's pretty well rounded.
Yes. 1-0 pitch to him here off the plate.
No, call strike.
I did call that a strike, okay. Also enjoys skiing in his spare time. He's going to attend Seton Hill University next year. Got in the early acceptance program to become an orthopedic doctor. Super impressive. 1-1 pitch. Johns fouls it off to take the count to 1-2. He was escorted today by his parents, Jason and Jordan Johns. Again, best of luck in the future to Jack Johns. Looking to come through here with the Mustangs down 2. Count 1-2. Smiley to Johns. That one, a little bender, but still high there from Smiley to even up the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way, and John's
That's
a little
trouble.
chopper.
That's trouble.
But making the play, Smiley over to Gresh. It was not easy, but Smiley got it done to retire Johns to end the innings. The Mustangs strand 2 here in the home half of the 5th. We played 5. Uniontown 8, Laurel Highlands 6 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
Here we go with the top of the 6th here at Landman Field with Uniontown on top 8-6. It's going to be Martin, Kelly, and Smiley for Uniontown to face Michael Smith in his 3 1/3 innings, I believe. That's when he came in the 3rd inning.
Gary, I just found out legendary broadcaster, longtime voice of the Duquesne Dukes, Ray Goss, just passed away.
Wow. That's kind of a legendary guy. Here's the first pitch, low for ball 1 to Martin.
He had a car accident a couple of weeks ago, actually going to a doctor's appointment. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he was able to recover. And our condolences go out to his family.
1-0 pitch, foul back for 1-1. So we're into the 6th inning. Another close contest between Uniontown and Laurel Highlands.
He did Duquesne games, Gary, for 58 years.
Wow. It's impressive.
Yes, it is.
Strike 2 with the letters. Good fastball there by Smith. Leadoff hitter in the 6th here for Uniontown, Martin. Facing a 1-2 count. Breaking pitch right back at Smith. He'll flip over to Vecchiola for the out. So 1-3, first out here in the 6th inning for Uniontown. That's going to bring up Kelly for his 4th at bat.
Mustangs have to get the bats going here late. They'll have hitters 9-1 and 2 due up in the home half of the 6th. Irwin, Crouch, and Schilk, but trying to keep Uniontown off the scoreboard here in the top half of the 6th, trailing by 2 at 8-6.
First pitch, breaking pitch, way outside. Kelly started the game at shortstop, moved over to second base when Martin was relieved. He went to shortstop. 1-0 pitch on the way, low and outside, ball 2. Sun really coming out bright now, Brian.
Yes, it is. Major difference to what we saw this morning or even at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
2-0 pitch with 1 out in the inning, and there's a ground ball, big hop over the line. Can he make the throw? Not in time.
No, they called him out. They called him out.
Yikes. That was a tough one there. He's out.
Wow. Go back and rewind that on your YouTube feed.
Right down in front of us. I had it called before the umpire did.
He was safe. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he beat that out by a good half a step to a step. But called it out on the field. Mustangs will take it.
And that's going to bring up Smiley, the pitcher now. He takes inside for ball one. Struck out in the first, walked in the second, and flew out to center on that diving play out there in center field by Milsom in the fourth. Fastball outside, 2-0. 1.5 outs here.
Hey, we're all human. We all make mistakes, Gary. Things happen.
Well, 2 outs. Two-0 pitch. There's a fly ball to center field, and that could be trouble, but going back, and making the running catch is Milsom. And that will do it for the top half of the 6th inning for Uniontown. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 8-6, Uniontown on top here on the C. Harper Sports Night on WMBS.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Smiley still on the mound for Uniontown. Will face Irwin, Crouch, and Shoke. Top of the lineup if Irwin can turn it over.
Had a couple of lineup changes defensively for Uniontown as well here, Gary. We'll get to those in just a moment. He's going to swing and a miss from Irwin. Caleb Bartok now playing third. Chandler Myers, who was playing third, now over at first. We don't see Gresh out there. At least haven't found him yet.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. High and outside. 1-1.
Jason Taylor tells me Gresh is in the dugout right now.
New first base coach here for Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, Jimmy Burns. Making substitutions everywhere.
Fastball in there for strike 2. So caught looking there. 1-2 to Andrew Irwin. Grounded out twice so far here this evening. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. 2-2.
Jimmy Burns, certainly a local legend, Gary.
Absolutely.
Played his high school ball at Uniontown.
Hall of Famer for Uniontown. Stand out at Cal U also. Here's a pitch. Foul back. 2-2 remains the count with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Mustangs trailing 8-6.
Of course, you hear his commercials all the time as well from the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute. Jimmy Burns, there you go. Get a thumbs up from him there.
2-2 pitch.
All of our injury timeouts.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So good work there by Smiley to get the first out by strikeout here in the top of the 6th. So Mustangs need base runners.
Yeah, got to get the bats going here, down 2. Home half of the 6th, 8-6 Uniontown. Red Raiders put up 5 in the top of the 1st.
Nick Crouch will step in. First one in for a strike at the letters. Breaking pitch. Hit by pitch in the first. Singled in the second and scored. Struck out looking in the fourth. 0-1 pitch. Smiley to Crouch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So impressive outing here for Smiley.
Yeah, he's pitched well in relief.
He's really had no threatening situations since he came in. 0-2 pitch. High and outside.
What's the wife making you for dinner tonight, Gary?
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic, whatever it is. 1-2 offering. Smiley to Crouch. Rocks in, deals. Curveball out of the zone. Crouch chases for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Smiley here to start the 6th. And the Mustangs running out of outs.
You look at what Smiley's done since he's come into the game. 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. Had 2 strikeouts in the 5th. Just gave up 2 singles, but they scattered them around, so no damage done. 1 to Morgan, then the infield single to Gallick. And back-to-back strikeouts here to start the 6th.
Brings up Shoke. Looks at first one for a strike. And that's what you do. Work ahead of the batters, and then you have control. Shoke singled in the first. Flew out to right and flew out to center. His other 2 at-bats. Here's the 0-1. Dribbled foul south at the Red Raider dugout, and Coach Martin fires a bullet back out to his pitcher, Smiley.
Gary, of course, crazier things have happened, but if Uniontown gets a win here today, and if the Mustangs then would sweep Ringgold and Uniontown find a way to sweep Elizabeth forward, Uniontown would get into the playoffs.
Here's the 0-2, high and outside.
There's still a chance.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 8-6. Red Raiders on top here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 1-2 pitch, winds and deals, and swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts in the inning, all swinging. Smiley to the Mustangs, and that will move us to the top of the 7th. Still 8-6. Laurel Highlands trailing Uniontown here on the C. Harper Sports Night on WMBS.
The best pizza in town is at Little E's El Ultra, Uniontown's newest restaurant, with all the organic crusts, classic or gluten-free, all organic sauces, all natural meats and toppings, and a variety of specialty pizzas, including vegan options. More than pizza, Little E's has hearty homemade soups, appetizers, calzones, and strombolis, plus a variety of salads with vegan and gluten-free options, and new 15-inch big hoagies. Open Wednesday and Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday until 9:30. Phone 724-880-6012 or stop in a Little East, 7 West South Street, across from the parking garage.
I'm Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. Did you know our office handles claims for people hurt at work? If you were injured at your job, you have certain rights under the Pennsylvania Workers' Compensation Act that your employer may not advise you of or simply disregard. Those would include rights to wage loss and medical benefits due to your injury. We help injured workers to make sure they receive the benefits they're entitled to by law. Call us at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Moving now to the top of the 7th inning, the Mustangs down 2 at 8-6 to the Uniontown Red Raiders. Uniontown looking for a little insurance here. They'll have hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up. Hinsey, Gresh, and Petrovich.
Due up for the Raiders.
Again, Uniontown
Top of the 7th.
getting 5 in the top of the 1st inning. Really got this game started. Tacked on 3 more in the 3rd for their 8 runs in this game.
Petrovich.
Michael Smith, who's done a nice job in relief, still on the mound here for Laurel Highlands. Smith now his first pitch here to Braden Hinsey. Hinsey first pitch swinging. This will be a grounder, and Lyon unable to scoop it up. That was a tough one, Gary.
Sure was.
Slow roller right at the second base bag, and Hinsey is going to beat that one out.
We're going to call it a hit.
So we'll give Hinsey an infield single. One correction, Caleb Bartok now batting. Bartok batting in the spot of Luke Gresh, one of the changes that we saw Uniontown make about an inning or so ago. So Bartok now showing bunt, throw over to first. Look out here, hit right below us. And that will allow Hinsey to get down to second safely.
Wow.
So Uniontown trying to manufacture a little insurance to start this top half of the 7th inning. Caleb Bartok now will dig in. Smith first pitch to Bartok, and therefore a strike, but dropping it there was Shoke, but Hinsey's going to remain at second base, choosing not to run.
Uniontown looking for some insurance runs here in the 7th.
Bartok for the season batting .217 with 4 RBIs. The Mustangs certainly have to buckle up here defensively.
Little equipment fix there for Shoke.
Yep. Everything back going again. Digs back in behind home plate. Vecchiola in on the edge of the infield grass here at first. Smith's pitch to Bartok fouled off. That'll take us to 0-2. We'll see how aggressive Hinsey gets now over at second.
No need at this point. Nobody out.
0-2 pitch. Now Smith's going to step off, throw back to second. It was a close play, but safe at second there is Hinsey.
Didn't slide, and he was standing up there, and the tag mate on his back made it a very close play.
Just got back in the nick of time. Now the 0-2 here to Bartok. It was high and in tight. He's running to third, and safe at third is Hinsey. Didn't expect that, Gary, but he stole third.
So now on third with nobody out.
A 1-2 count. They ruled that last pitch inside. So the count now 1-2. Now Smith with the 1-2 pitch here to Bartok. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3, just what the doctor ordered there for Laurel Highlands. First out recorded here in the top of the 7th inning, and that'll bring up Petrovic. RBI single back in the first, walked and scored a run in the third, grounded out in the 5th. 4th plate appearance, comes here with 1 out, and a runner on third here in the 7th. He'll take the first pitch for strike 1, 0-1.
Mustangs bring the infield in. You're going to need to bring the outfield in too a little bit.
0-1, this ball hit high and in the air, should be a deep enough out to score a run. Caught there by Milsom. Good throw coming in, but not in time. Sac fly RBI for Petrovic as his productive series continues. Driving in Braden Hinsey, increasing the Uniontown lead now to 9-6.
That's a huge difference, 2 runs to 3 runs.
I agree. 2 outs now in the top half of the 7th. Now Adam Kramer, who's walked 3 times in this game, coming to the plate.
So he hasn't really bat.
No. I mean, that's something, to walk 3 straight times.
And score.
Yep. Smith's first pitch to him here. It's outside for ball 1. Basically a stand there, don't even have to swing the bat. And we're drawing out 3 walks. And that kind of an afternoon for Adam Kramer.
Doesn't hurt your average.
No, it doesn't hurt your average at all either. And that pitch hit him.
Well, he found another way to get on.
So 3 times walking, 1 time hit by a pitch. Adam Kramer aboard again here for Uniontown. It's back to the top of the order now for a 5th time in Ethan White.
No official at bats for Kramer.
And 4 plate appearances. Mentioned Uniontown's 2-game series with Elizabeth Forward next week. They'll play Brownsville, though, on Friday at Bailey Park, 7 o'clock start. So a non-conference game sandwiched in between these 2 conference series. And they don't have anything on the docket after the Elizabeth Forward game next Tuesday. They'll be at Bailey Monday, then at EF under the lights on Tuesday night at their new complex, Boston Field. This pitch to White, hit on the ground, snagged there by Smith. Over to first in time to Vecchiola to retire White 1-3. But Uniontown gets another run here in the top of the 7th. It's Uniontown 9, Laurel Highlands 6. Last chance for the Mustangs when we come back on the C. Operato Group High School Sports Day.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Noah Lyon taking strike one from Luke Smiley leading off this bottom of the 7th inning. And pretty much, Gary, this is the Mustang season right now. A loss here officially eliminates them from playoff contention. 0-1 here to Lyon, fouled off. And they need a lot of work to do here in this 7th inning to get 3 runs at least to extend this game. You have hitters 3, 4, and 5 due up: Lyon, Vecchiola, and Morgan.
Emotional situation for Noah Lyon. Could be his last at bat as an athlete here at Laurel Highlands.
Well, not necessarily. They'll still play the Ringgold games
you're
next
right.
week.
But I mean, here at
well, they have a Ringgold game here next
you're
Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah,
you're right.
But still, as far as meaningful,
playing Uniontown.
Yeah, playing Uniontown, as far as meaningful with an opportunity to make the playoffs. He'll step back in here now at the count at 1-2. Smiley's pitch to Lyon. Got a piece of it and fouled it off. So the count remains 1-2. Noah Lyon was with his parents Pat and Kara during the senior night festivities. Been a member of the football and baseball team the last 4 years. Letterman in both football and baseball, and he'll play baseball next year at Westmoreland County Community College. This pitch, a little one-hopper there from Smiley. Now extends the count down to 2-2.
That's quality baseball with Westmoreland
sure.
Community, and it's also a stepping stone to higher levels.
So Lyon digging back in. It's a 2-2 count. The lefty Smiley will wind and fire. And Lyon chops it on the ground, but foul on the left side. The count remains 2-2. A 9-6 Uniontown lead over Laurel Highlands. Home half of the 7th. Red Raiders looking for the sweep this week. They knocked off Laurel Highlands yesterday with a 6-5 walk-off walk in the bottom of the 7th. Lyon taking that one. And that'll bring the count full to 3-2.
Smiley looking for that call, but it looked like it was a little bit high.
Yeah. Now the payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Noah Lyon from Luke Smiley. Smiley sets. Will fire the 3-2, and the Lyon went around. He did. And he'll strike out for the first out of this bottom half of the 7th. And that's now 4 straight strikeouts for Luke Smiley, who struck out the side in the 6th. Now Lyon here in the 7th.
All 4 swinging.
Yes. Now bring up Sevi Vecchiola, another Mustang senior. He was escorted today by Todd, Tommy, Nico, and Andino Vecchiola, a member of both the basketball and golf team, along with the baseball team, as he fouls off the first pitch. He was an all-county golfer. Also all-county for baseball and basketball. Big 56 honorable mention. Likes to play pickleball and fish, and he's going to attend Westmoreland County Community College to continue his baseball career. And major in business management. 0-1 to him here, and this one sent and past the glove of the second baseman Shane Kelly into center field, and Vecchiola down to second base, and he's safe at second. So good hustle there from Vecchiola, Gary. Gets in a scoring position.
He does, but his run really doesn't mean anything. You better make sure you can make it.
Well, he's safe down at second.
Yeah, he is. That's a good hustle.
Now
No doubt.
Ramari Morgan, who's 2 for 3 in this game, comes to the plate, and the Mustangs have a little life. Need at least 3 here to extend this game in the bottom half of the 7th. Down 9-6. First pitch to Morgan. And therefore a strike 0-1.
The other benefit of Vecchiola getting to second eliminates the force play out there.
It makes things a little bit tougher on this Uniontown defense. And again, I like the hustle there from Vecchiola. Next pitch to Morgan, well hit, but into left and caught there by Ethan White for the second out of the inning. Seen a lot of those over the last 2 games for the Mustangs. Well hit balls, just kind of hit to the wrong spot. Now Aiden Milsom, the Mustangs' last hope here tonight. He's 0 for 3. They might call a pinch hitter up, maybe.
They are.
Now maybe retrieving a loose baseball, looks like. Yeah, he ran in and then ran out, made us think what's going on. So Milsom coming to the plate. Vecchiola still down at second. Mustangs down 3, trying to avoid the Red Raiders sweep. And again, Uniontown will still have life with a win here today. They'll have to sweep Elizabeth forward, certainly a tall task next week, and then have Laurel Highlands sweep Ringgold. And that's a strike into Aiden Milsom from Luke Smiley.
Starts him off with that off-speed curveball, just freezes him.
And the Mustang game on Monday will be before the Uniontown game, so Uniontown playing under the lights Monday will know what the Mustangs did before their contest. And this ball hit to short. This could be it. Throw over to first in time there from Martin to Myers to retire Milsom 6-3, and that'll do it. Uniontown a 9-6 win over Laurel Highlands here this afternoon. The Mustangs officially eliminated from playoff contention, and Uniontown gets the sweep, winning 6-5 yesterday and 9-6 here today. We're back to tell you all about it right after this on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
It's Jessica Karingala and Joe Malika, and we want you to spring into savings at Ford of Uniontown.
Right now, get a new Ford F-150 with up to $8,000 off MSRP or up to $6,000 off with low financing rates, as low as 2.9 for 60 months and 3.9 for 72 or 84 months.
Looking for something versatile and efficient? Check out the Ford Maverick with up to $3,000 off of MSRP.
And don't forget, Ford owners can score additional loyalty savings.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Inventory is moving fast, so don't wait. Your truck knows, shouldn't you?
Trade me in.
That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes tax and transfer fees. Must finance with Ford credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi,
Hi, come on in. How are you?
For personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or serving number 3,944.
Brian Morozak and Gary Frankhauser back wrapping things up at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School this afternoon, where the Uniontown Red Raiders have swept the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, winning 6-5 yesterday and 9-6 here this afternoon. Here's Gary with your game recap.
Thanks, Brian. For the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, in a losing effort, they did score 6 runs on 9 hits. They did commit a couple errors, and something that has been common throughout the season. They left 7 runners on base for the opportunity to score. Scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and that was their total of 6 runs. Leading the hitting for Laurel Highlands, Sevi Vecchiola was 2 for 4 with a couple RBIs. Noah Lyon 1 for 3 with a couple RBIs, and Ramari Morgan 2 for 4 with an RBI. So that was for the Mustangs. Looking at the victorious Red Raiders, 9 runs on just 6 hits. They did commit a couple errors. They left 7 runners on base, made the most out of those 7 hits, with the leading hitters being Braden Hinsey with 2 for 4 with a couple RBIs, Dom Petrovich with 1 for 3 with a couple RBIs and a sacrifice fly. Adam Kramer in that nice spot, on base 4 times without a hit, 3 walks and a hit by pitch. So the Red Raiders scored 5 in the first, 3 in the third, and 1 in the seventh for their total of 9 runs and the victory here at Landman Field.
Again, we'll have the final series of the year for you, the Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams next week. We have the Mustangs at Ringgold Monday at 4:30, 4:15 Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. That game on the WMBS YouTube page only. And then, Gary, you'll be with Nick Barczyk Tuesday, 4 o'clock start here for Laurel Highlands and Ringgold. Final game of the regular season for high school baseball for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
It's been fun.
The spring season certainly went by fast.
And the quality of baseball we're seeing is improving throughout the season, Brian, and we saw a lot of young guys that have really improved. The pitching has really improved also, and we saw that with Smiley on the Uniontown side, really an outstanding effort on his behalf.
So Uniontown knocks off Laurel Highlands by a score of 9-6 tonight. I have to thank Carl Childs behind the camera on our YouTube Live video feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Stay tuned. Pirates baseball on the way next. Again, your final score, Uniontown 9 and Laurel Highlands 6. I'm Brian Morozak. Have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Red Raiders win it over the Mustangs. So, everybody.
You've been listening to